All right, Shalawam Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalawam to elect out there doing this work of faith and labor for love with true sincerity. All right, I want to get into a brief Great Millstone health topic, a health tip. Getting into dealing with the castor oil and these castor oil packs. And real quick, I want to bring out a precept. This is the book of Sirach 38, and verse 6 says, "And he hath given men skill that he might be honored in his marvelous works. With such doth he heal men and taketh away their pains." So the Most High gave us, skill and the ability, and the knowledge, to be able to cleanse ourselves, to heal ourselves of different problems, aches and pains and, different things like that, all to give him glory, and we doing that, in a natural way, not according to Esau's medicines, because we know that Esau's medicines and just the way of everything, how it is today, it's all chemical based, so people give the credit unto Esau and they take the credit away from the Most High, right? That's why I said, I read that again. It says, verse 6, it says, "And he hath given men skill that he might be honored in his marvelous works." So the Lord gave us knowledge about the herbs, the oils, and these different ways of remedying different situations to give him the glory, so that we may acknowledge his marvelous works, because everything that Esau takes, he take from the Most High and adds his alterations into it, man, and tries to proclaim himself as the Most High, but we know that the only way to truly get better or to actually heal is the natural way. It's not in these treatment-based methods of dealing with, medications and such, which only lead to more problems. So, just briefly, I just wanted to bring out, about the castor oil and dealing with the castor oil packs. Now, if brothers never heard about castor oil packs, it's just a way of, like as I said, remedying pain, different ailments, circulation and stuff like that. So I got here, just a regular 16-ounce thing of castor oil. And, castor oil, you hear about this, well, a lot of us have experienced it when we was younger. You might have had a grandma or aunt or something, what I'm saying? You had a stomach ache, or they'd say you had worms, something there, give you castor oil, give you a teaspoon of castor oil, it's nasty, and all of that. So with this castor oil, you could take it internally. As far as, I might as well just mention a couple benefits as far as internally. Internally, it's going to cleanse out the small intestine. It's going to help move your bowels. Of course, if you not having good bowel movements, but internally, you can't take it that frequent like that. Because your muscles, for you to use the bowels, they would get weakened, if you're taking this too much. So you got to take this at moderate portions if you do take it internally. Or another option, dealing with castor oil, you can actually get the castor oil pills himself. And another way, in addition to like how the brother Award from the elder brother Award from the Mississippi camp, he did the video about the parasites and the worms. And another way, since we on the topic of the castor oil, you can take the castor oil pills, and freeze them. It's going to take a while to freeze, probably maybe like 4 days to a week, maybe a little longer. Just keeping them in there for at least like 7 to 10 days, and let them freeze up, continue to, eat proper and different things like that. And, start off with taking like 2 in the morning, first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. And what that does is, by you freezing the castor oil pills and you taking them on an empty stomach, first thing in the morning, you're allowing it to bypass the stomach without being digested, so that could get into the small intestines, and it could get to the part which is called the ileocecal valve. And Lord willing, I'll put up an image of that, and if I don't, I'll explain it in another video. But it gets to the ileocecal valve within the between the small and the large intestine, okay? And with that ileocecal valve, it's a valve is like a doorway. So that's like a warm spot for parasites and different things, and that's where they like to hide at. So by you taking a couple pills, on an empty stomach and allowing it to bypass the stomach without being digested, it gets into that point of the ileocecal valve, to where it can actually kill and to push out those different parasites and different things like that, So those are just some couple things of taking it internally. It's other things as well, but I want to make this video as brief as possible, because it's a health tip lesson. But and as far as the castor oil packs, dealing with the castor oil, you see I pretty much got just a regular flannel cloth, you know what I'm saying? You don't want nothing too thick, because you got to put a castor oil on it, and for it to be saturated. But I got a kind of big one here, depending on what you want to do. You might, if you want to put it on your stomach, you want to put it on your shoulder, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I got a decent sized one, and it stays saturated, in the castor oil, because once you're using the flannel, the flannel cloth, you could keep reusing it. You don't have to just use it one time and then throw it away. Just put it in a container, something like this, close it on up, you know what I'm saying, and you just reuse it. When you reuse it, you're just going to put more castor oil on top of it, to saturate it more. But with these castor oil packs, my hands are oily, but what these castor oil packs do, now say for instance, if you took the flannel cloth, you pour the castor oil on it, and you place it upon your stomach. And when you place it upon your stomach, you're going to wrap it up in some plastic wrap, because there's four things you're going to need. Well, 5 actually. Yeah, you're going to need the castor oil, and might I add about this, you want to make sure that you get the one that says, heck, if brothers can see it, hopefully brothers can see it. It says hexane free. You want to get the hexane free one, okay? Because if it has hexane in it, that's an ingredient that they use like for shoes and glue and different stuff like that, household furniture and all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want that in here. And especially if you want to ingest castor oil, you can't be using the brand that has hexane in it. So you want to make sure that the castor oil type of it don't matter what brand you get, but you want to make sure that it's hexane free. That's the one thing you do want to make sure of. So you need your castor oil, hexane free. It's your flannel cloth, container to put the cloth in, and you need the plastic wrap, okay, and you need a heating pad, okay. So once you take the flannel cloth and you pour the castor oil on it, make sure that it's well saturated. You don't have to empty out the whole bottle, but make sure that it's well saturated all the way through, and place it on any part of the body where you got inflammation or you have some pain, or if you having, circulation problems with your heart and stuff like that, you could even place it on your heart. You know what I'm saying? You would do so, and typically I do it upon my back, because the kidneys, trying to get that kidney filtration. So I would saturate it and everything, have someone place it on my back for me, mash it in, let the castor oil really seep into the back, then wrap my body around with the plastic wrap. Then I would use a heating pad for at least an hour or two, or you can do it overnight. And what the heat does, the heat allows the castor oil to penetrate deeper, okay, into the body, and it actually gets into the organs, So if you're doing it for the back, the lower part of the back, the midsection of the back for the kidneys, is going to seep into the kidneys and help to remove that inflammation and toxins from the kidneys. You can do this all over the body, period. If you place it upon the stomach is a big center. You have your small, your large intestine, your stomach. So any inflammation that you have within there, it's not going to just work just when you do it one time. You're going to have benefits from it the first time, but you got to do it consecutively, because we know that we have massive amounts of inflammation built up within our body, you know, especially if you have like a stomach problem or a large or small intestine problem. You're going to have to do it consecutively, and you could do it every single day. But just ingesting the castor oil every day, you can't do it, you know, or you shouldn't do it. It's not recommended. So, but with the stomach, you know, the stomach, you have so many different lymph nodes within the stomach, and the castor oil is great for circulation in the lymphatic system. So that's why it's great at penetrating and pulling out a lot of them toxins, because it gets deep into the lymphatic system to move all the waste up out of there, and to help to get them filtered down into the kidneys. You know, so that's why it's real important. If you're having stomach problems or stomach trouble and stuff like that, you want to get stuff out, you can do it just like that. Place it upon your stomach and wrap it up and let it seep there. You know, let it lay there overnight with that heating pad. Or even if you have, you know, circulation problems, you know what I'm saying, whether it's your heart, your head, wherever, you could put it wherever on the body. You know, you having inflammation, say if you had a sprain in your elbow or something like that, or if it's inflamed, you could do the same thing. Take the castor oil pack, place it upon there, just wrap it up for that hour or two, and, you know, that inflammation to come down within a matter of days, you know. And I did this because my kidneys was kind of like talking to me, like I was having some real problems with them. You know, my back just kept burning and just wouldn't stop. So, you know, doing my normal herbal regimen, you know, and with taking the castor oil packs, doing that every single day for like a week straight, all of that burning sensation that I was feeling on my back had subsided. You know, so that helped me a great deal. It's also great for the immune system as well, because like I said, the lymphatic system, it deals with the immune system. The lymphatic system is the immune system, besides, you know, the intestines, you know. So it helps to boost your immune system by boosting the lymphocytes within the system. You know, you can use it for, great for toenail fungus, all of that. Pour it upon there, let it sit, let it saturate, wrap it on up, let that heat sink into there. You know, it's good for that. It's good for everything, man, honestly. Like, this is like a small, if you want to put it in those terms, like a small miracle in a bottle. You know, it does so many different things, you know, but mainly people use it, you know, for the aches and pains and to remove the inflammation up out of the body. And that's what I typically choose to use it for, which is a standard practice, you know. So, you know, I just want to give that brief information to brothers out there, you know, and let me see. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. And like I said, you know, you can reuse the flannel cloth, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to just throw it away, as long as you just put it in a container. If you leave it out, obviously it's, you know, it's not going to be any good. So just as long as you leave it in the container, you know what I mean, it'll stay good for a long while, for months on hand, you know. And just every time you want to use it again, you're going to have to resaturate it with the castor oil, you know, and just do it again. Or another way, actually, which would probably enhance it even more, if you could take some cayenne pepper, not the regular cayenne pepper that you got in your cabinet, you know, to season your food with. You know, you take some cayenne pepper from the herb store, some high heating units, you know, preferably at least 90,000 heating units. You know, just put some cayenne pepper on a cloth. You know, do this first without the castor oil pack. You know, you just take some of the cayenne pepper and just rub it in whatever area it is. Just rub it in. If it's your back or if it's your arm, just rub it in. You know what I mean? Rub it in. Or if you got some all natural lotion or something that's not too thick, you know, just rub it in. Rub it in. Rub it in for like a good 15, 20 minutes. And after a while, you're going to start to feel them burning sensations, or have somebody do it for you. Just rub it in, rub it in, rub it in. You're going to start to feel them burning sensations. Then you just wipe it off a little bit so you could get the lotion or whatever that you use to put up there off. But the castor oil, but the cayenne is still going to be burning. You know, so you're still going to be feeling them hot and cold symptoms from that cayenne pepper on whatever area you put it on. So you do that first, which will increase the circulation and the blood moving and different stuff like that. And then secondarily, you add the castor oil pack on top of that. And that's going to greatly enhance it even more, because, you know, anything that you use with cayenne pepper, it heightens things. So if you're using the heating pad, you know, with the castor oil pack on top of it, it's already penetrating more. But with the cayenne pepper, it's going to get in there even more to tear up all that inflammation and to move it all out of there, man. You know, so you know, like I said, you know, this is a quick segment on castor oil and dealing with the castor oil packs. You know, so I hope this you know, tip for brothers was edifying. You know, and I hope this segment was edifying. And I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalawam to Lek out there doing this work of faith, labor of love, truth, sincerity. Shalawam.